Hello and welcome to another Hill and Ponton VA video blog. I'm Matthew Hill.
I'm Carol Ponton.
Today we want to talk to you about a certain kind of widow's benefits called DIC benefits. There are several ways to get this benefit, and essentially the benefit is an ongoing monthly stipend, monthly pension that the widow, the survivor,
The widower.
would get if the veteran died due to one of several reasons. We're going to focus today on the primary reason that people get it, and that's a service-connected death. That means the veteran died due to a service-connected disability. Now, the way that's most obvious, is, if you will, is if the veteran's service-connected disability was the primary cause of death. So if the veteran's heart was service-connected and he dies of a heart attack, well, then that widower, would be entitled to service-connected compensation for that. But one area where we find that survivors get pushed into the cracks, if you will, by the VA is the other way of showing that it's a service-connected death, and that their service-connected disability contributed to the death.
So it doesn't have to be the main cause. It can be a contribution to the death. I think of one where the veteran was service-connected for PTSD, but he died of a heart attack. His treating psychiatrist said that because of his PTSD and his anxiety, that they think that contributed to the problem with his heart, and his widow was given DIC benefits for that.
So basically, what she's saying is the PTSD didn't cause the heart attack, but it contributed to the heart problem, which did.
Right.
And there are other ones. If a veteran has diabetes, and let's say it's a Vietnam veteran and then has a heart disease, which is not coronary artery disease, which would be presumptive service-connected, but a different kind of heart disease, arrhythmia, and he dies of the heart disease, well, that's another issue where the diabetes would contribute to the approximate cause of that death because it affected or worsened, I guess you could say, the heart disease.
Exactly. I think we actually had one where the arthritis was so bad that and the pain that contributed to the heart disease. I mean, there are a number of things that can contribute it, so you really shouldn't just disregard this great benefit just because it wasn't exactly what's on the death certificate. If you can show that it contributed to the death, then you're entitled to benefits. You always want to also just throw in the one about if you've been 100% disabled for 10 years, it doesn't matter what you die of. You can be hit by a car, but you're covered. So that's something always to keep in the back of your mind. If the veteran has been 100% disabled for 10 years or more, the widower is covered.
And what she said is two totally unrelated things. 100% for PTSD, again, yet has cancer, which is completely unrelated, then the widow would be able to get DIC benefits. But back to the service-connected death and the proximate cause, as Carol said, these can be so outside the box. We won a claim recently where the veteran died of liver disease and was service-connected 100% for PTSD, and there was no connection between the two, except there was a note from his doctor saying that he was eligible for a transplant, but for his PTSD made him so wild and so illogical that it was not worth the risk. It was not worth the hospital to give him the liver. So, but for his PTSD, he would have had a new liver. And if he had a new liver, he wouldn't have died.
So just look into this. This is a great benefit, and it's missed by so many people that are entitled to this benefit. We're not just talking about widows. There are dependents that could be getting this benefit, and the benefit can be very significant.
Dependent children and dependent parents.
Right.
So thanks for listening in, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Hill and Ponton video blog.